Good afternoon, it's AJ. A little bit of an update for my solo dev project, Project Freshman. Without going too far into things, I have some of the systems I want to implement mapped out and coded for the most part, to promote modularity and agility. First up is the stats system. Again, without going into specifics, the player character will have 5 stats that begin at a level 0, and reach a max of level 10. I don't think I'll be implementing mini-games to increase these stats, but mini-games will probably have a place in this game. I just haven't decided. To increase any given stat, you must either spend time doing a task to increase that stat, studying as an example will pass time and increase smarts. Alternatively, if you pass a skill check, which will literally just be a threshold test to ensure you are not neglecting your stats, the dialogue choice will result in a success if you meet the threshold requirement and your stat will go up. Next up is the time system. It's a little more complex than your typical 2 to 4 block day cycle, with some form of days of the week or day numbering mechanic. As an entire calendar has been made, spoofing the real-life Gregorian calendar. As of now, I am only planning 10 playable months, with 2 months intentionally being omitted for reasons I'll likely get into later in development. Each month has 4 weeks, and each week has 7 days and each day has 4 time slots. The money system is low drag but robust, with a minimum amount you can have, and a maximum amount, plus implemented ways to increase your funds and spend your cash. There's a secondary currency as well, but I won't be getting into that right now, it's a little bit of a surprise. The inventory system is also meant to be simple but powerful, utilizing inventory slots where you can only have one of any given item at a time, but you do have a whole 5x4 grid for your inventory with potential for me to add more if necessary. Adding and removing items from inventory has been tested thoroughly. Finally, we have the affinity system. Every self-respecting dating sim needs one, and if I was to truly channel the energy of old-school flash dating sims of the late 2000s and early 2010s, I would need one. Essentially, it will function like a simplified variation of the affinity systems of contemporary farming life sims, where you make certain dialogue choices or give the correct gifts and you gain X amount of affection points that build up to a tier of affinity. There are currently 5 planned tiers of affinity. Progressing to the next tier will unlock more content in that romance's story arc. But I won't go any further on that topic as I want as much of this game's content to be a surprise as possible. So you may be asking, what is this game's engine? What is its language? What's the theme? Who is it for? And when could I get my hands on it? Well, to answer these questions I'll keep it simple, as my design philosophy is, less is more on the back end, but do not skimp on flair in the visuals. The engine is Ren'Py, the language is PyScript and Python. The theme is 2000s university raunchy comedies. It's for people who grew up watching such films and playing the aforementioned flash dating sims. It is aimed squarely at people 21 years or older, as it will contain content that might disqualify it from receiving an ESRB rating. Lastly, you could get your hands on it as early as late early alpha stages if you support the crowdfund for it via Patreon. But I am planning on releasing it on itch.io and potentially Steam. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. For now, I'm focusing on getting everything to work together efficiently before I begin drafting art for it. So what will this game play like? Ideally, it will play like contemporary point-and-click adventure-style dating sims. Ren'Py does a bit of this heavy lifting for me, so it should reduce development time a fair bit, hopefully. The idea is to give my own take on the genre, which is less bloat, and more interest. I have a vision for what this game will look like when it's launch ready. Art, sound, mechanics, and content have all been considered. I am not particularly thinking about pre-orders or DLC, as this game is a passion project, and I am essentially making the game I want to play. Unfortunately, I am just one person and I do have student loans due, so I am putting my nose to the grindstone to try and crank this game out as quickly but as stable as possible. I do have a community Discord server for this game, as well as socials in the description below. Thanks for watching and stay awesome. Shout out to Simon36 for the webpage that allows me to use TTS Brian for the vocal element of this video and videos to come in the future. Show him some love, link in the description. The music used is royalty free. Write it down by Duckmore, link to the YouTube and the Spotify in the description.